Across the vast lands of Mongolian steppe, where the horizon never ends and the wind never truly stops, there exists a system of survival built not on abundance but on control. This is the world of the Mongols, not settlers, not farmers, but movers. Constantly shifting, constantly adapting, constantly surviving. And in this world, food is never guaranteed, water is never certain, and stopping is not always an option. So they did not rely on luck. They built a system where food could travel, water could be controlled, and survival could continue without pause. And it begins with something simple: meat. Not fresh meat, not cooked meals, not anything that requires time. Because time is something they cannot afford. Movement is constant. Campaigns stretch for days, sometimes weeks, without pause, so food must match that movement. The process begins early. Long before the journey starts, animals are not just hunted, they are selected, used completely, nothing wasted. The meat is cut into strips, thin, precise, every slice designed for a purpose. Because thickness means moisture, and moisture means decay, so the cuts are made carefully, reducing weight even before the drying begins. The strips are then exposed, not to fire, but to the open air, hung across wooden frames or laid over ropes. The wind moves through them. The cold air works slowly, drawing out every trace of moisture. No smoke, no flame, because smoke requires time, and fire reveals presence, and presence can mean danger. So the process remains silent, invisible. Days pass, and the transformation begins. What was once heavy, soft, and perishable becomes something else. Hard, dry, almost unrecognizable, but stronger, more efficient. This is not just food. This is a system, but design, not for taste, but for endurance. A full animal can now be carried in a small pouch, weight reduced, volume minimized, energy preserved. And this changes everything, because now they are no longer dependent on stopping. They do not need to hunt every day. They do not need to build fires. They do not need to slow down. They move without interruption. And when hunger arrives, there is no preparation, no delay. The dried meat is taken out, sometimes eaten directly. Hard, resistant, forcing the body to work slowly, releasing energy over time. Sometimes it is crushed, turned into powder, mixed with small amounts of water, creating an instant form of nourishment. Fast, efficient, controlled. Even chewing becomes a strategy, not rushed, not excessive, because every bite must last. And then there is water. Water is not consumed freely. It is not wasted, because on the steppe, sources are uncertain. Distance is unpredictable. So water becomes a measured resource, carried in skins, stored carefully, protected from loss. But even more than that, water is supplemented through animals, through milk, through controlled intake. Sometimes dried meat itself is turned into liquid, creating a balance. Food becoming water, water becoming food. Nothing separate, everything connected. And this is the system: food that does not spoil, water that is never wasted, energy that is always available. Because survival here is not about having more, it is about needing less. As the sun disappears, the system shifts, but it does not stop. Night on the steppe is not silence, it is pressure. The temperature drops quickly. The wind becomes sharper, and the body begins to lose heat. But fire is not always used, because fire gives light. Light reveals position, and position can attract danger. So instead, they rely on control. The body becomes the center. Heat must be preserved, not created. Clothing is layered. Animal skins are used. Positioning matters. They do not lie randomly. They align themselves to block the wind, to reduce exposure, to conserve warmth. Even the ground is considered. Where they rest, how they rest. Everything is calculated. Food again plays a role. Not heavy meals, not large portions, because digestion requires energy, and energy at night must be saved. So small amounts of dried meat are consumed, slowly, providing just enough fuel to maintain body heat, nothing more, nothing wasted. Sleep is different. It is not deep, not continuous. It comes in intervals, short periods of rest followed by awareness, because complete stillness can be dangerous. If the body cools too much, recovery becomes difficult. So balance is maintained between rest and control. Even breathing slows, becomes measured, reducing heat loss, preserving energy. And through the night, the system holds. No panic, no excess movement, no wasted effort, because survival at night is not about fighting the cold. It is about managing it. Morning does not arrive with relief. It arrives with responsibility. The first action is awareness. The body is checked quietly, internally, energy levels, hydration, strength, nothing is assumed. Because survival depends on accuracy, then comes planning. Direction is chosen. Distance is calculated. Movement is decided. Distance is calculated. Movement is decided. Only after that comes food. Not a meal, but a function. Dried meat, again. Small portions, precise intake, enough to activate the body. Not enough to slow it down. Water follows. Measured, controlled, because what remains must last, and what is used must be justified. Then movement begins, behind. And what is used must be justified, then movement begins. Steady, consistent, no rush, no hesitation, because consistency is what allows survival to continue. They observe everything. The land, the wind, animal patterns, subtle changes, all information, all useful, and the system repeats. Eat less, move more, control everything, because in this world, comfort is temporary, but discipline is survival. This is not just a story about dried meat, or water, or movement. It is a system, a design built over generations, refined through experience, tested by nature, where nothing is random, nothing is wasted, and nothing is taken for granted. Because survival is not given, it is built.